Hi again, Stephanie with Abundant Life Health Advocates. So let's talk about advanced directives for a second. First, what is an advanced directive not? What an advanced directive is not is the thing that's in your safe that says you don't want life support. It's not the advanced directive that I'm talking about. Like maybe that's what its title is, but how helpful that is not very, because between here and well you and that decision of not wanting to be on life support, there's a lot of in betweens. And so an advanced directive done, what I want to walk you through, it helps you decide and put on paper what's important to you, what quality of life means for you, because for some people, quality of life is length of life. And so if that means, look, I'm on a ventilator and I'm getting dialysis and I'm having to have surgeries and I'm having all those things, but I'm having a long life, well, that's quality, man. And so good for you. That's an advanced directive saying I want all of these things. Maybe it's saying I want to try that for a short time, but if I'm in a lot of pain and I'm suffering and I'm not waking up, that's not a quality of life for me. Maybe quality of life is saying, I want to be at home with my family as much as possible. And if we're able to keep me at home, then that would be the highest quality for me. Maybe it's your faith is what's really important to you, and so you want that incorporated into your care. So an advanced directive is not about one specific situation. It's about how you want your care in general to be addressed. So that's what it is. So we talked about it. It addresses quality of life, so length or comfort or what that is. It addresses here and healthy you, and it addresses end of life you. So, it's not just, oh, I don't want to be on life support, and so I have this advanced directive filled out, and next week I'm going for an appointment with an oncologist and find out that you have cancer, and I already signed an advanced directive, and so I'm not doing any. It's not that. You get to say what's important to you, and you can address today, and you can address at end of life, whenever in the world that comes, whether it's next week or whether it's in 40 years. You get to say that. So an advanced directive takes in all of that and puts it on paper. Let's talk for a second about why to put it on paper, because many of you, I'm sure, have loved ones that you trust that will you assume to be making your medical decisions for you if you haven't put them in place for you, for yourself, and that's fine and that's lovely. But the thing is, and I've seen this, and I would think that you could ask most nurses have heard this situation where grandma's on a ventilator or grandpa's having surgery after surgery after surgery, and you think, like, this isn't what he wanted. This isn't what he wanted. We've heard that. And it's harder than you think to carry out the things that you've talked about, because there's always a what if. And maybe that's the case. Maybe there's a great what if to hold them back. But maybe if you helped them and you put things in writing for them so that they're like, no, I know this is what we talked about. I know that this is what's important to him, and I want to honor him or her or whoever in everything that they wanted at the end of their life, in their life. So an advanced directive is important because, I might not know you personally, but I know something about you. I know that you don't want to burden your loved ones. Never have I ever taken care of someone who is like, I hope that I make their life a living hell. That's not what you want. You want to ease that burden for them. You want to help them help you, help them ease that burden for themselves and not to be carrying around any guilt about decisions being made. So, why is it important? Because it's harder than you think to make those decisions. Why is it important to do it while you're well? Because when you get diagnosed with something like a cancer, like end stage lung disease or end stage heart disease, or even the beginnings of heart disease, you don't want to be handed a living will then. You don't want to be told, oh, well, your heart's only functioning at 20%. So why don't you fill out this living will because you could be gone anytime soon? Like, that's not the time to be doing it. The time to be doing it is now when you're well, so that when those things come, you're ready for it. And then all you have to do is go by your plan or reevaluate your plan. That's fine. But know what's important to you now so that when you're filling that out when you're sick, you don't think it's some weird, like, I'm giving up. That's not what this is about. It's not about giving up. It's about living as full as you can. That's what I'm here for, right? The abundant life. And I fully believe that. Living knowing that there's an end coming, it makes you live more fully today. So it's important to have this filled out, to help your loved ones, to help you live abundantly, and to help guide your medical decisions. It gives you a guideline. It gives you a focus. So that's a bit about advanced directives. I hope that helps clarify it and maybe makes it a little less like it's only for when you're actively dying. It's for way before that. Okay, thanks.